one of those standout performances for an anti-mage. Very nice last pick.
All right. Not often you see a good anti-mage game these days.
Right. It is a pretty uncommon pick. So, but one of the beautiful things about Dota, there are heroes that you feel like they're out of meta. They're not that in.
All right. So EG versus Undying. This is an extremely important series. If they split, then things basically stay the same, right? And it depends on what happens to like T1 specifically, if they can 2-0 their next series.
Right. The really good news for T1 is that their series is against
line. And they're going to start grouping up, it looks like.
I wonder if EG are going to flat out just bull rush this tower with 4 heroes. This is not a safe take at all.
Gosh,
Ravage?
there's the Ravage. It's going to connect onto 2. The Static Storm Kinetic Field are there again. Moon Meander not able to save. A missed stun from Saberlight. As you see the Mortimer's kisses from afar. Dublu's going to burn inside of that. And Moon Meander going to take yet another gush as EG continuing to pursue and getting everything that they want. Double kill for Abed. Saberlight stuck under his tier 1 tower. And now with that Dust of Appearance will likely fall as well. Thunderstrike with the Illusory Orb. Triple kill for Abed. Tomato actually completes the TP, but don't think he's going to be able to do too much.
I think Undying were almost in disbelief that EG went for that Ravage. He didn't use the hood. Bryle didn't react in time and get the hood off. The way they piled in their heroes one at a time afterwards completely whiffed Sand King stun. Everything just went wrong there. Like, that was just a mess for Undying. And EG got probably more than they came for. I think they would be happy to take that 1 kill in the tower. They get gifted a couple of bonus ones. And now they're ahead. And Arteezy wasn't even involved, right? He's anti-mage. He's not going to get involved in anything.
Yeah.
For quite a while, unless he has to. He's just pushing out bottom.
So I do want to mention this just as a, I don't know if it's a precursor or not, but EG have a lot more experience in these type of situations. They're used to being last in group in a lot of cases, right? For so many tournaments. Or at least a slow start to the group stage. Undying, this is the biggest tournament they've ever been at, right? Moon Meander is going to be the lone exception as far as like true experience on a LAN level. So see if nerves become a play. I mean, we saw the Quincy Crew series before this, and there were a lot of mistakes from both respective teams, and I think a lot of it has to do with just pure nerves and the pressure getting to them. Of course, not the same stakes. This is not for staying in the tournament right now, but upper bracket's a big deal.
That is a very big deal. It's basically a free win, right? You skip a round in lower bracket even if you lose. So starting upper bracket is guaranteed top 12.
Yeah.
And these teams, they're definitely, especially Undying, I think. Oh boy.
Yep. Static Storm.
He is dead.
Saberlight again killed. Abed having himself a game and a half right now. And it's funny because we talked about how he picks Puck consistently, at least back in the day when it was actually a little bit stronger than it is now. The Pucks that we've seen at this tournament have not looked good, though. Again, we did cast a lot of Thunder Predators, so maybe that's a small sample size from our side.
I think, I want to say for the most part, Puck, I mean, if you go back 2 months, Puck was like the mid, right?
Oh,
it's
boy.
not right there right now.
Bryle
Oh my
caught out.
god, the damage.
Yeah, and Arteezy, the fact that he's participating in fights with just the Battle Fury now shows how much importance they have here on him being involved early. You can see Dubu just popping the ult, but will fall shortly after. So EG starting to snowball a bit. 2K net worth lead. Kill advantage definitely in their favor. The fact that it's only 2K is a blessing in disguise for Undying. Yep, Ice Ice Ice. Well, Saberlight was thinking about the epicenter, but not going to go for it. Ice 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 is just way too tanky right now. Actually has the Blink Dagger in his stash. And Tomato gets the double invis. Very nice.
You would imagine that Undying would want to look for fights right now. From their perspective, it's probably not going to start getting easier as Anti-Mage progresses in its itemization. So EG have just been able to find these team fights basically around Static Storm and Coil, and Undying not taking much initiative off of it afterwards. It's just been EG making the moves first. And I still don't think Undying in this position are in a horrible spot in the game. But if it gets to them a bit too much and they don't get stuff done, then it could very easily become a very snowbally game. Sand King Dagger is a big help. You do see they clearly have a plan of doing something with it. Grouping up with Bryle and Crit. If he shows his face here, he's dead. Didn't show, though. It's out of the vision of Bryle.
Yep, so will live as a result. Of course, Tomato is keeping up with the farm of Arteezy for now. But if any of the thousands of anti-mage games or indications in there, that's not going to be the case for long.
Right.
He's just going to ramp things up. And I actually am interested to see if there's going to be a big like deviation in either item build or like is Shard a thing on this hero or Ags at all? Like, is there any consideration for these things? Like the Ags is the one where you blink and lose. That one actually sounds pretty strong, but probably don't get it too early, I would assume.
Yeah, I think you'd rather just max out your build.
And a Shard is a little.
I guess the Scepter is pretty decent against Leshrac, but.
I mean, you get 3 charges. It's actually quite good.
Ravage.
Big Ravage from Ice Ice. Hits 4 heroes. Static Storm with the Mortimer's Kisses from afar as well. 2 dead immediately, and Undying on the retreat. That is a big yikes if you're an Undying fan. And EG get 2 valuable kills. 2 cores dead. I mean, Tomato has kind of dodged death consistently this game, but not the rest of his team.
But you're playing an IO Lesh, and your Lesh has died 4 times. Your Sand King is 0-5.
Yeah.
These are heroes that have the potential in a game like this to get a lot of stuff done, and it just hasn't happened. EG are ahead at every turn. They're making the better moves. Look
oh,
at that.
my
Beautiful.
goodness. Oh, actually hits all 5. My mistake.
Excellent
Good
combination.
Lord. Disgusting
Very
Ravage
well
from
done.
Ice Ice Ice.
Great ward.
All right, so what's the item build for Tomato this game? I saw he had Dragonlance, Maelstrom, going for the BKB into crit, it looks like.
Yeah, I think you go Daedalus maybe. You need something that can contest AM. The problem with going crit as well, though, is that AMs love to buy Butterfly, and Weaver doesn't have any inherently good way of handling that except buying MKB. So maybe he could do that, but is eyeing the Crystallis for now, which is just from a gold efficiency standpoint, just a more cost-efficient item most of the time to get a Crystallis.
Any thought process behind Bloodthorn, potentially, after that? I mean, that gives you True Strike, right?
Yeah, it can work, but AM is going to have a Manta, right? And he's probably also going BKB when you look at the lineup. So it's like really edge case scenarios where that is even going to have much value. Maybe if you stun the AM with Sand King and then you Bloodthorn him, then you have like the stun duration, and then you stun again with Lesh, perhaps. But, you know, that's... A lot of the time, it's dangerous to think about Dota in that way. It's assuming that you land everything and the enemy, other 4 heroes are just randomly stunned and don't participate in the fight. Right? That's not, it's not really going to happen. So
Arteezy pushing the wave here to prevent any type of, well, I guess backdoor protection doesn't really apply to that tier 1 tower anyways. BKB now on Tomato, so perhaps looking to fight now as Ice 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 jumps in again. But Arteezy has his Manta, and this is where it starts to get scary for Undying. Not that it isn't already. 14-2 for EG in terms of kills.
It's by no means an insurmountable lead, but it's starting to get to a point where EG's lineup thrives, for sure. And a lot of the success in this game really off the back of that Disruptor Puck combination. Once again, Fly and Abed have been finding so many opportunities together. And Crit as well have been involved in basically all of it. Look at these 3 heroes. 7 and 4 KDA on the puck, or 7-1-4. So he's been in 11, Disruptor's been in 11, and Snapfire's been in 14, or sorry, 12 kills. My math is really good today.
Yep.
So those 3 basically have done everything.
Hanging around NA people too much.
Yes. What is 2 plus 10? 14.
Uh-oh. Coming in, Saberlight, but big Ice 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 ult again onto 2. And these follow-ups from Fly have been beautiful. Saberlight's going to take a tumble. Moon Meander next. They just seem to be on the same page this game for sure. Every Ravage into Static Storm Kinetic Field.
Yeah, are Undying on the same page, though. They were all over the map when they made that move. Sand King went in for that try on Disruptor, while Weaver was bottom and Leshrac was mid.
Right.
Really surprising that they even try for this move, and that's just... Hey, EG, do you want Roshan? Here you go.
Yeah, so like I said, and not that this game is over by any means, but a lot of the games that I have seen between EG and Undying and the NADPC have been like this, where EG is just not close. But the crazy thing is Undying is doing really well at this tournament. It just seems like their kryptonite is EG for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. You go into this game, both teams are 8 and 6. This is not the kind of gameplay you expect out of Undying. EG are definitely on fire today, no doubt about it, but I want to see Undying take more initiative once again together.
Aghanim Scepter, Arteezy. That's what he's going for.
He is going to buy it. All right.
Hell yeah.
All right. I actually thought he was going to go BKB first, or maybe even an Abyssal against the Weaver or Lesh, but we'll get that.
I mean, this is such a low...
Blink Fragment.
3 Blink Fragments. basically an illusion that just right-clicks away. I mean, that's such low commitment, and it does so much damage. And we talked about how much mana burn means this game, right? Especially against the Lesh.
I don't question it. I think it's good. It wasn't what I was expecting, but I like it.
Tomato trying
Sinking
to force a
TPing
TP
top.
out
All right.
here.
Are Undying going to make a move S5 here that is more successful? They're setting up for Arteezy.
Epicenter. Okay,
Way too late on the
spell
stun.
comes out. Yeah. Turns into the reverse Burrow Strike as Arteezy is perfectly fine.
What happened there? He had so much time to react on Arteezy. He wasn't even ready for it. Sand King blinks in, waits a good half second.
Oh, Bryle.
Some sort of a fair play clause.
Tomato making his way. Oh, Bryle pops his BK. Oh, man, oh, man. Things are just getting worse and worse for Undying. And I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon, Cinder. And with that 3-minute Aegis left, Ag's almost complete now from Arteezy.
Like you said with that Kryptonite, man, there might be some sort of deep...
It's like a mental thing.
There's a deep mental thing going on, perhaps. Like, it's just so uncharacteristic for how Undying have played the tournament. This game is like, it's a different team that than they've been the last 2 days. Well, it is only game 1. You can't obviously recover from this, but perhaps also a little bit psyched out by what's at stake here. They know this series is about getting to upper bracket, and they know that their final match is against one of their worst historical opponents. So,
yeah,
can understand why it's stressful, but definitely not too hot here. EG, however, they're playing their bread and butter, heavy team fight. Abed, Puck, and Arteezy on a last pick carry, and it is just working. Can't really put a finger on their play. Everything has just worked.
Yeah.
Their lanes went well.
Wait. The illusion. You can't move it. I'm surprised it actually. I'm surprised it moved to the creeps there. I didn't know it did that. Huh. I thought it kind of just stood in just the general area, and if somebody's close, it chases. But that was kind of a long range leash. There's Ice again. Triple Ravage. Mana Void is there. Down goes Moomian, but Tomato gets off the BKB, buyback onto Moon. Arteezy blinks out. Looks like they're just going to reset, and now with the BKBs down, the coil onto 2 as well. Arteezy's coming into play. Tomato just getting right-click down into Oblivion. Arteezy still has the Aegis, so nothing to fear for him. Tomato in the grave, and Abed with that Desolator showing off his right-click damage. Arteezy, Bryle is donezo as well, and things are just getting worse and worse. All Undying get out of that is a kill onto Fly.
Yep, and they're going to also grab the enemy triangle farm here.
I forgot that the Blink Fragment actually casts Counterspell as well on the illusion. And yourself, I think? Does it?
Yeah, when you counterspell, it counterspells on all the illusions.
Oh, it doesn't auto... Oh, I see.
It's replicated, so... Yeah.
Okay.
It casts on all. Huh. It's a way of faking out that you blinked in your real hero, right? Like you blink in an illusion, you cast counterspell on your...
He's going Moon Shard. Okay.
Well...
Interesting.
Want some... I think he's buying Moon Shard for the attack speed here, not the night vision. But don't quote me on that. It could be...
What is the night? Is it 400?
I still find it so weird that that item actually has that.
Why not?
It makes sense from lore stuff. It's just a strange design, don't you think? Like
something needs night vision.
Oh, I guess.
Yep, there's the illusion going out. Burrow Strike onto Arteezy, gets forced out to safety. Still Aegis online for 20 seconds. I mean, they've gotten most of the buildings now, so they'll be happy with this use. No Ravage online, so I'm not sure if EG actually wants to fight, but they could find a kill on Bryle potentially. See the Blink Fragment comes out again. And yeah, you're right. Cool. I mean, it's funny because when they implemented this stuff for the first time for AM, it was really weird. Oh, Ice. Gush.
Dude, how much damage did that just do?
There's the glimpse back with a BKB from Bryle. Comes out again. Feels like a lot of these BKBs have just been in a defensive measure, which I can't blame them for, but just not ideal. But yeah, the Shard and Ags for Arteezy, for AM, as a design concept I thought they were cool. It was almost like it was a beta test. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
All right, maybe not so good, but let's just tweak it up a little bit. And oh, okay, now it's actually pretty decent.
How was it? The original one just made one illusion, and then they made 3.
Well, he had a talent as well that created an illusion when he blinked, right? So it was kind of like the weird combo of sorts. But one of them was the cooldown of your ult or something, right? What was it? You use your ult on somebody, and it put their longest spell on cooldown or something weird.
Oh my god, that doesn't.
That one was.
It was the
strange.
Reaper Scythe for spells.
Ice.
Ravage.
Yep, gets the Ravage. It's just the IO this time. Tomato able to get that BKB off, but still 70 seconds on the deck for Moon Meander. And with Roche, no, not going to be back that soon. Tomato does have the Daedalus, so he does do a considerable amount of damage if he's able to just stand there. As you can see, the Courier just took a lot of damage.
Is he getting another one?
Needed a Daedalus for that one. Dubu, yep, he's likely dead as well in his own base, no less. And okay, looks like Abe got a kill. All right, they're just gonna call it GG. Yeah. Can't blame them. This one was a shellacking and a half. This was a game.
Made sure important here for Undying. They made sure to call the GG when the score was not 3-2-2.
We're winning last we checked, and they just lost by 22.
They got rolled. Wow. So that game is over. So that means currently T1 are 10-6, OG are 10-6, EG are 9-6, and Undying are 8-7. So Undying are lower bracket now, no matter what.
Yeah.
EG with a win here can get a 3-way tie for top 4, which would be against OG and T1. If EG lose this, there is no tiebreaker.
So it's a 3-way tie where 2 teams make it through.
Yes. So if it is the wave post, he wants the wave to come up closer to mid so Abed can take it.
Oh my goodness. Beautiful play by Arteezy. What a god.
Abed's
next level.
Close to an amazing item. Just has 600 gold to go for plate mail.
Wow.
Which was definitely communicated there.
Wow.
Good stuff. All right, now he's hitting them.
To be fair, we have seen Naga Sirens, especially if it's Eternal Envy playing, that will just farm the entire map, and it almost becomes a negative because your team can't get farmed.
You do need to keep in mind how you distribute the gold, for sure. Arteezy is eyeing up a butterfly, by the way.
Okay.
So we'll opt for that. Against both Weaver and Doom, it's fine.
I would assume Tomato would need to go MKB instead of the Daedalus this time around, right? Oh, he's actually...
He's queuing up Sanjay and Yasha. I am not a fan.
Going Mjolnir first, which makes sense against Naga, but yeah, SNY.
I don't know about that one.
I mean, he has been getting stun locked in like every fight.
Yeah, I don't think
but
another...
that was before BKB.
I don't think 20% status resistance is going to save him from that, though. Or how much is Sanjay and Yasha nowadays, actually? I never buy this item.
Is that because you're trying to boycott status resistance?
22%. Okay, it's 22.
That's pretty good.
It's important to be technically correct, as we have established many a time together.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, it feels like right now in this standoff situation that EG are just getting more out of the map.
Yep.
Like they keep pushing bot mid. They have just as much Roshan control as Undying do, and eventually you saw with all of this constant pressure from Arteezy on the 2 lanes, ultimately Undying did have to go back to their own half to kind of put out the fire. And that means now they have to swap across and, well, what do you know? We've swapped sides of the river. Yep. Exciting stuff. I'm trying to make a sports analogy here. I don't think there is one.
Well, you don't watch sports.
No, but you do, and I want to impress you.
You impress me just by waking up in the morning, so...
Oh, man. I've been impressive as hell this event, then.
Keep it up, buddy.
I have been waking up so hard.
Tomato does finish the Mjolnir now, so... Yeah, it is interesting to see the SNY. Not the most common thing on a Weaver, but obviously values the status resist. If anything, I mean, obviously Halberd is weird to get on Weaver, but you do get status resist and disarm for Naga, which shows which Naga is real if you get it off before the illusions come out.
Step lively now.
Yeah.
Your admiral is on board.
Is Butterfly on the way? I feel like should have something coming.
Is under attack.
Yeah, it's got to be close, right? He's where is
much gold
where
right
is the
now.
courier?
It's in the base right now.
What's
You
he
can do
got?
it, Pimp. Top right, there you go. Absolutely nothing on the courier. What the hell? He went BKB. Okay. So he pivoted a bit.
He changed his mind. That is actually another item that I didn't mention, right? I mentioned Butter, Heart, off-brand Satanic once in a while.
Abyssal later.
Abyssal is a later item, but yeah, sometimes the slot is indeed BKB. And I think it makes sense here. You're against Darkseer, Disruptor. It's a lot of magic damage. If you get doomed and you have BKB on, you might survive. But at the same time, you also reveal who you are, right? So, gotta be, it's a little bit of a...
All right, up the hill we go. Undying. Yep, Dubu's. Oh, quick blink there from Ice Ice Ice. So knowing that there's a smoke in the vicinity, AA Blast just to scout out Roche. Roche does not even move. He is not affected by Ice Blast there.
He's so tough.
Yeah.
I guess all of those scales he has keep him warm and safe.
I wish we knew more lore about this this creature from the abyss. Yeah, now an illusion comes in just to make sure that Undying are not trying to do any crazy shenanigans.
What do you think Roshan does for fun?
Well, considering how much he has in his belly each time you kill him, I would say he goes to an alternate dimension and eats a lot of fast food probably. And then comes back and it just converts to Aegis, cheese,
and
shard,
all of the fast
Ags.
food is cheese.
I
Goes
mean,
and has a cheese platter.
yeah, everything does have cheese in it, that's true. He's probably lactose intolerant as well. That's why he can't digest it properly.
Oh, yeah.
Comes out as a full fledged of cheese.
That's some hardcore intolerance, let me tell you.
Yeah.
That is...
But you can see Arteezy, in terms of the net worth now, is starting to really create some distance. And Butterfly, I mean, we just looked away for like 30 seconds, it feels like. He's halfway to a Butterfly.
He's farming so incredibly fast.
I mean,
Undying are still like, they're keeping up, right? It's not like they're losing by an insane amount, but we have to remember it's Doom with Midas, and the gold is still rising on the Dire. So.
I mean, tell me this, though. This is a Weaver going into late. I'm not saying Weaver's bad late game, but this is a Naga we're talking about as well.
Yeah.
But is there a point where Naga just doesn't become as effective? There's like a ceiling. It feels like
there is
like an anti-mage type, right?
Yeah, there is a ceiling. Naga I would not put in the category for like absolute monster late game heroes. It becomes a little bit awkward sometimes. Like, let's say this Doom gets really far and has Shiva Refresher and AC, for example.
Right.
It takes Naga quite a lot of time to kill him, and the illusions are just going to suffer so much from Scorched Earth with Talent, Shiva's Guard coming out, that they just slowly will away over time. Double Ion Shell, also worth keeping in mind. So yeah, I do think EG aren't in the clear here for a super late game scenario, because Doom is one of those monsters in those situations. If both Weaver and Naga are absolutely maxed out, I think Weaver has a strategic play of just killing Naga's team and finishing Naga off in the end. Darkseer scales very well into late game, can make Naga illusion.
All right.
Io is a monster late game support. So is Disruptor if he gets Ags, but it is Dubu, so we're looking at an upcoming Staff of Wizardry.
Oh boy, Tomato, there's the Ravage from Ice 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 again, but the BKB. Tomato's perfectly fine. Mumiander, though, bursted down by crit. There we have the glimpse, but looks like everybody's going to be relatively fine with Arteezy popping that Song of Siren. So again, like these smoke ganks, for the most part, have resulted in nothing. This one is at least a kill, but it is just the Io.
I wonder if Undying can go Roche when Io spawns.
Yeah, without the Song and Ravage?
No Song, no Ravage is pretty big. No Finger, too.
Yeah.
All they expended there was effectively a Weaver BKB, which comes online before EG spells do. So I don't think that was that bad for the Radiant. The question is if Undying are going to try to take advantage of it. Just based on this series history, I have my doubts about whether they're going to, what's it called, press the envelope? Is that the saying?
Push the envelope.
Push the envelope, press the shirt. That was what it was.
Yeah, you can make your own sayings. Ice 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 jumps in with the Anchor Smash and a quick BKB from Saberlight. Doesn't feel like that was needed, but...
Oh, Ice Ice is kind of dying here.
Yeah, he is getting very low. Vacuum back, and down he goes. He does have buyback, but of course no Ravage for 80 seconds. I'm not sure if he wants to expend that. I mean, right now EG is probably just trying to delay this with the illusions, just try to be annoying. AA Blast.
Successfully being annoying.
But Undying, if they can get this Roche, this will be a pretty big deal.
Yep. They're going to keep going for it. Saberlight dealing with the illusions not very well here.
Yeah, he's trying to. Okay.
Okay. Undying are committed now. This Disruptor buyback tells me they're going to stay here until the end. And that's why Tomato gets out of there immediately. Okay, he's back in.
He's going.
He's out again. He's in.
I mean, they have Song now. EG has Song.
Is this Tom and Jerry? Hello? Can you just do one thing?
This could be a big Song.
Oh, Doom is available.
Bryle. Yep, there's the Doom coming out with the boat, as well as the Static Storm, and Arteezy is just dropping like a rock. 65 seconds on the deck with no way to buy back, and Undying winning this fight in spades. They get another
Oh,
one.
the tether stun.
Tether stun. Okay, he actually bought Shard. Interesting. Fly, still invisible, has the Shadow Amulet. All right.
How on earth did Moonmander not hit a single spirit there?
That's a good question, Cinderin.
Did he not hit? He hit one? He didn't see it, or he really doesn't care about flies.
Right.
It's like, whatever, man.
So Undying get a very critical kill on Arteezy. They get the Aegis on Tomato.
This game is wide open, honestly. It's very far. Unfar.
Yes.
Close.
God, you are very good at English.
Yes.
You can see the initiation from Bra. This is what they need. The wall comes out as well.
Yep. Catching
Just beautiful
Arteezy is the
execution.
dream. Dooming Naga is very good.
Yeah.
Especially if the illusions haven't come out yet. But even if they have, the illusions just aren't strong enough to deal with Doom. He has 35 armor, Shiva's Guard, X-Mark.
Yep.
Moonmander has tether ready.
He's dead.
He doesn't have health, though. I can't tether without
Also
that.
silenced.
Yep. All right.
We have, okay.
I
Ags
get the
now on Ice Ice Ice, so have some counter push. But yeah, this is
And let's
looking
not
a lot better
forget,
for Undying.
Aegis is really good against the Dire team. It's a very, very good item against this kind of lineup. Lineups that use ultimates for key kills hate playing against Aegis because it feels bad to Ravage Weaver now. It's felt good all game, and now it's not a guaranteed teamfight win anymore to kill Tomato. He technically has 3 lives, right? He has his life, then he has the second life with Aegis and BKB, and then he has a time-lapse buyback. So there's a lot of problems that you could potentially run into BKB.
Okay.
Saberlight's fine. We'll back off. Interesting to see the Boots of Travel on him. I don't know if that's... I feel like that's pretty uncommon to see in this spot.
Yeah, that is strange.
Instead of... usually you see Darkseers either... If they split their brown boot or their boots into brown boots to use the energy booster for something else, they would usually opt for building another teamfight item before you get these travels. But
especially
he
considering
needs to solve Naga Siren, I suppose. You got to have someone taking care of the
Right.
taking out the trash bottom. And
he's only so effective though, especially as Arteezy gains more farm. Nullifier looks to be next on the menu for him. He has the butterfly in tow, so being able to take off any potential Eon discs, as we see Refresher
Ghost
on
Scepter
Brile.
as well.
It's
4
good at taking
staffs.
off Ion Shell in addition.
Yeah. It is actually a good purchase here because your primary issues in this game is that Dubu has a 4-staff and there's an IO with a Ghost Scepter, right? You don't solve either of those two yourself. So maybe with a Nullifier. I could have actually imagined Arteezy going Silver Edge here as well instead of
Is
the
there
Falcon
any
Blade.
thought process behind Lincoln's?
I don't think it's worth it.
Okay. Every time he's gotten doomed, he's died. I mean, getting Lincoln's doesn't like necessarily prevent that, but
Maybe it could be a thing. I don't know. It just feels like you're playing against Glimpse, right? Like it's a very, very long range Lincoln's Breaker. But at the same time, you have BKB. So if you pop BKB when you go in, then
Brile,
you're very
he's
safe.
Ion Shelled up. Fly is going to get backed out of that TP. Down he goes. Remember, this game has huge implications on the group stage. Undying are in the lower bracket no matter what, so...
And if EG lose this game, there's no tie.
Yes.
And if they win, there's a 3-way tie.
Indeed.
So Undying are basically playing to screw EG over.
That's right.
And that, if there's one thing that motivates Dota players, it's the misery of other people.
That's
That is...
That's very accurate. It's not just Dota play, that's human beings.
You have
Cinderin.
so much misery from playing pubs yourself that you feel like there's only justice in the world if other people feel as bad.
Right.
I was having this conversation earlier today about whether the world, like, happiness is a null sum. So every time you're happier, someone else has to suffer on the other end.
Hold that thought, Cinder. We have
That's
a
a
Doom applied to
Doom
Ice
tide.
Ice as Crit takes his way to the grave, and Abe with that shard being shown here. Not going to be able to save anybody, though. So that is a pretty big kill because Ice has no buyback, despite having Ravage.
Oh, boy.
Indeed. So now the Tier 3 tower top being applied to pressure from Undying.
Was that a normal sentence?
No.
Okay.
I just had a, I just had a
to
stroke.
do a double check. Yep.
A stroke has been had
All right, it
at
wasn't
TI-10.
me. That's good.
Well, you
We're
can't
fine.
have it as a machine.
Yes, but you can have programming errors.
Tier 3 tower, null sum. You use that in normal conversation. Give me a break. Tomato and company taking out the racks now, and I don't think... Oh, okay, Ice does have buyback now, but I think they're just going to give up the top one now.
Yep, this lane is definitely gone. Undying, really, they woke up in this game. It's good to see. Like, that game one was not good, and this second game was looking like it was following the same trajectory, but they kept their cool and they found a window and a way of playing this game with some adjustments from the first one. Same phase opener with the IO Weaver, but then they changed things up. They got the Disruptor instead of Maiden, and they got that Doom on Bryle, and it's been paying off.
Yeah,
I would say now they're actually in a commanding position. I know it's only 1 melee barracks minute 40 and you're against Naga, but just looking at... I don't know what Doom's win rate is in this tournament after minute 45, but it's got to be insanely high. Like, this hero just wins late.
Yep.
A lot of the time.
He has double Doom, double Shivas, double BKB. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Double Blink.
Double Trickster Cloak.
Arteezy, by the way, I don't believe has buyback, but he bought out for an Abyssal this time,
yeah.
so changed it up from Nullifier.
They're kind of committed now, EG,
yeah,
I think. This
so.
is a game-ending move, potentially, if things go awry. They know they're only playing against 1 Doom for a little bit. Oh,
Yep, the
so
scan,
good position on Undying.
Oh,
Bryle, he didn't react in time.
They jump in. Ice gets off the Ravage, but a huge back wall with the boat coming in now. That's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, but the buyback on the Bryle. Remember, he has the Refresher to work with. And there's the retreat with the Naga Song.
If Bryle was ready there in BKB, they could have won. Like, there were 3 heroes running into him, and he got hexed before he pressed BKB. Also, no relocate save coming out either, so there were definitely things there from Undying that could have been cleaner, but EG with a big risk, it pays off. There's a nice vac wall, and they do kill the Lion, but that's all they got. And the Doom buyback is pretty big to get out. This gives EG a window of opportunity now for 6 minutes. If they kill that Doom, or 7 minutes, pardon me, then they could take the next Roche with any Doom kill at the right time.
Right.
I think that Abyssal from Arteezy also caught them a bit off guard. I think they weren't really expecting that.
Abyssal reveal
did a lot of
always
damage.
Classic. I mean, keep in mind, this is not the... For people that haven't watched Dota that recent, this is a... Abyssal does not have much range anymore.
No.
It used to give like a little
back to
blink
its
strike.
original.
Yeah, so... Yeah, depending on how far back you go, I guess maybe it hasn't changed. But Fly, going to be gone on by Saberlight. Alright,
decent
damage around with the Finger of Death, and the AA Blast is actually going to tick out, but there is the Doom.
Oh, Bryle doesn't buy back.
Bryle, yep, he gets the BKB off with the Refresher, and the second Doom comes through onto Ice. Can EG get out is the question. The right clicks from Tomato, but there's the song, BKB. Tomato is able to right click through, but he does have buyback on Ice. So see if EG can chase here. They're going to go for Moon Meander. Looks like an easy one there. Completely mana drained.
I don't think you're mad at this if you're EG.
Double
really
Doom
good.
is down. So now maybe going for Roche.
Yep.
Well,
no Dooms,
it's gonna be
no
spawning relatively shortly.
BKB on... Well, actually, he does have BKB. He only used that before the Refresher.
Oh my god, it's almost max timer on the Roche. That's very unlucky.
Yeah. EG, of course, do not know this. This information that
is there any consideration to just pushing then instead?
I think they're not going to be able to pull that off, realistically speaking. High ground is not an option here, but you can get some decent map control in and maybe set up, again, for a potential Roche. Crit, if he wants to stand around here and wait for Roche, he will have plenty of time to go and get himself a little beverage. Maybe quick massage for Arteezy. He has to...
Yeah,
there's a lot of microing to do. It is exhausting on the joints. Of course, Arteezy is still in his best age.
If he's going to get a massage, it has to be
fine.
from a teammate, because I don't think anybody else is allowed in that room during the game.
That is true.
So, Crit will be giving Arteezy the massage, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. I forgot my thought process. Now I can't think of anything else other than Arteezy getting a massage by Crit. Thanks, Cinderin.
You're welcome. A little bit of fan service to some of the viewers there.
True. Yeah, very even game as Pimp Uncle is trying to change the subject. As I know he can't stop thinking about it.
He's like, I can't focus on observing. I keep seeing other things.
We should mention this, though. Tomato has the MKB. He is fully stacked for the most part, and this is where he starts to become scarier than Naga, right?
Yeah.
Getting close to that point.
It is. It's a pretty powerful Weaver here. Eyeing an Aeon Disc, actually. Interesting. Just needs some sort of way to survive the all-in play that EG's lineup kind of has to do with how it works. So I do very much see the logic here. Now, what all Undying want to do is buy time. No Doom yet.
The spells are up. The Blink into the Hex with the Finger of Death. Ice gets off the Ravage. Is going to connect on two, but Tomato with the BKB.
Oh, he's
they
bashed.
blow up Dark
He's
here. Abyssal Blink. Can he get the time lapse? He cannot. He's dead. 90 seconds on the deck, and Moon Meander looks to be next. EG have just killed Tomato with the Weaver. Unreal. Unfreaking real. But the buybacks are there for Undying. Everybody else can come back. Bryle gets off one Doom, pops a Refresher.
Back wall.
Yep. Shiva's again. Beautiful back wall. And they're all just stuck inside this wall
just
completely.
dying!
Arteezy's getting decimated. He has buyback. They're going to expend them knowing that Tomato does not have his.
They still get tied as well.
Triple kill for Saber, like a god tier vac wall. They were literally stuck in the wall.
And EG bought back all of their heroes to get this Roshan.
Oh,
They're in disbelief. Where are you?
Well, they'll have about
He's
30 seconds time here.
Finally found his dream restaurant in the alternative reality, and he just doesn't want to come
Can't
back.
stop eating
He
the
is
shards.
eating cheese Aegis and probably also a scepter
Yeah.
or a refresher
Wait, is it
cake.
it's second Roche.
It's second Roche, so
just
it is.
shard.
He didn't. He was searching for the restaurant, but
Oh.
there was no restaurant around with the cheese.
Ice Blast top,
Okay.
Mumianer. He is going to be able to get
He's
out
gonna
in
get
3
X.
seconds.
He's
Wait.
dead.
Yeah, X is there. Okay. So just trying to create some space here. And he's just going to go down to the right click of that Bloodthorn. As we can see, Arteezy and company are going to be able to secure Roche with the Shard. So Aegis on Arteezy, Shard is going to be on
Honestly,
Arteezy as well. Okay.
This game is super close right now. I think Undying should be happy they didn't just straight up lose on this fight.
Yes.
So Tomato here, he gets bashed by Naga into perfectly timed Abyssal and then just barely enough damage. Moonmeander never relocated him out. He had it ready but didn't go for it. They thought he was going to be fine.
Yeah.
Damn, that was just perfect execution from EG. But then that vac wall coming up here in the bottom left corner of your screen is really
Yes.
what changes everything.
Yeah, wait for it.
One Doom, there's
Oh.
the wall, vacuuming them
Oh.
together. And they're just all stuck
God.
in the trees.
Beastly from
Absolute
Saberlight. That's the
beastly
play of the
combo
game
there.
for sure. Well,
This is a very close game. EG again. Now kind of in the driver's seat because of the Aegis advantage, but honestly anything can happen right now. This Aegis on Naga is deceptively weak just because, like we've talked about, for the most part what Undying can do is just kill Arteezy's team and just kill the illusions. If the illusions are gone, you don't really need to kill the hero. It's not that scary compared to a lot of other carries, so having the Aegis on him, my advice to Undying is probably just to ignore him. Like, kill the
Right.
illusions and kill his team. Don't try to kill the Naga twice. It's going to backfire way too hard. Dooming Kunkka as well as Tide is the recipe for a victory in a team fight. And you see Ice 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 knows it. He's getting a Linken's on Tide. That's a very rare pickup on this hero. Because he has Kraken Shell, right? So how often do you need to block a spell?
Yeah.
But against this one hero, it can be worth grabbing an Lenglon Sphere.
okay, well, this just got mega interesting, Cinder. Lots of buybacks expended from EG's
Yeah.
side.
Worth keeping in mind for sure. 3
Shard,
heroes.
Shard was picked up by Arteezy, which is kind of like a supporty thing where every time you song, everybody on your team gains HP regen. Arteezy has to use it. As you can see, the heals are immense, Cinderin.
On a D ward here, Undying. They're not going to get it, though. Oh my god, Brawl is so slowed by Gush plus Ice Vortex. He was down to a crawl. But, yep, they don't find anything. They were actually choosing to go for Arteezy there.
Yeah.
But is a hard kill with the Song plus Aegis, of course.
I mean, he doesn't have BKB for another 50 seconds as well. I mean, this feels like an Aegis that you're just deleting a portion of time from your buyback, because I don't think they're going to go with Aegis. Do you?
Oh,
Well, we'll see. Maybe I'm horribly
maybe
wrong.
Undying are.
Yep. See the Gush come out. Oh, Bryle's in a lot of trouble.
Yes,
Beyond this
disc.
procs, though. BKB as well.
Back
Hook
wall.
up to Tomato. There's a nice static storm kinetic field again. As you remember, Arteezy doesn't really have much, but still has the Aegis.
once.
Glimpse
Crit.
back onto Abed, back into the wall. We see a Ravage on the sideline. Crick gets a nice impale as well. Trying to take out Bryle on this Doombringer. Doesn't look like they'll have enough in the tank here, as Abed ends up getting bursted down, and Arteezy kind of left to his own devices here. And like you said, they're just ignoring him, Cinder. And Ice Ice Ice, nice back again from Saberlight. The punch with the Shard. And that is 3 dead for EG.
And if Undying have kept track of this, they know there's 2 of these heroes without buyback. In that huge Roshan fight, Arteezy, Abed, as well as Fly all bought back, so Kunkka and AA cannot return to the game. They know there's no Ravage on Tide.
Yeah.
They can flat out just walk down mid and end the game right now if they make the right call here. I don't think there's any world EG can defend their base for a full minute without AA and a minute and a half without their Kunkka. So they're just going to run straight down here. Relocate is available if things get scary and they want to bring the Doom that little bit faster.
And
But this
now we
could
have a
be-
Divine Rapier for Tomato.
Oh my goodness.
He has hit critical mass. And remember,
They're gonna
look,
try for
Saberlight,
it.
Yep, the Finger of Death with the Eon Disc proc again. Arteezy gets off the song. So they're just going to trade BKBs. This is just going to delay a bit, but Bryle jumps in with the hoof stomp. Song.
Back
Oh,
to Wall.
back again. Wall comes out. Ice taking a ton of damage. Arteezy is really the one that you want to find, though, as he's going to get chased.
He's dead.
Inferno Blade is there, and that is a dead Arteezy for 2 minutes.
It's
Undying. They have found the lore within Superman, the Kryptonite Cinderin. The counter apparently is just playing better.
Yeah, that's a good counter. That's what they should have played better against Superman as well. That would have been a great
so again,
idea.
this changes nothing for Undying, but it screws over EG. They will not, if this continues on this pace, make it to upper bracket. But jumping from crit, he gets immediately stuck back again. Normal punch onto Ice. And Crit's going to get bursted down as a double kill for Tomato. GG's come out. Undying finally slay EG.
What a great and exciting game that was. And very well played by both teams, really. Like I said, nice to see Undying waking up from that last game, which just really did not go their way.